our partners, most of you would have met, Sampath already. Anybody remembers Sampath and one
Yes,
more?
ma'am.
Sampath, somebody had already, accompanied you when you had come for the introduction.
Yes, Krishna.
Yes. Okay. So great. So happy to announce that Sampath will be, coming as a SME for cloud computing moving ahead. And this has been the most awaited course, which our candidates have kept a huge patience here. So the patience is of, it's paid the fruit now, ladies, and the wait is over. And let's begin. I'll start with a small, brief introduction about Sampath, and Sampath would request you to add a little more. So as we all know that Sampath is coming from Broadridge. He is a technology enthusiast, over 14 years of experience, currently working with Broadridge as cloud architect, helping legacy and new applications to cloud. Coached over 150 plus professionals on cloud and DevOps in Broadridge. Okay, Sampath, welcome to this meet and greet session. And please add a little more about yourself and tell us a little more details about the course and the things moving ahead.
Yeah.
Over to
Thank you, Avneet, for inviting me here. And just give me a minute. I'm going to share a simple slider. So I guess you are able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Perfect. So why we are here, I think as Avneet mentioned, cloud computing is been there almost for 15 years, and it's going to be there for next 20 or 30 years. Right now, it's hot in the market, and according to Gartner report, it's a research firm, so it provides what are the latest technologies emerging and a lot of technologies which are erupting and disrupting would come into this Gartner report. And cloud computing has always been made as a headline. So before going into the topic, I just wanted to give a brief intro about myself. So as Avneet mentioned, I have 14 years of experience and almost a decade into cloud computing alone, particularly with Amazon Web Services. I've been to their road shows, reInvents in Vegas for almost thrice, and multiple summits I've been attending with AWS, and I've completed 250 plus migrations of legacy applications and also new applications which are currently being developed. They're by default going into cloud, and coached over 100 plus individuals. So we conduct internal training programs because we have seen the potential of cloud, uh, which is growing at a faster pace. So I thought like we should train all of our resources within our organization. So we conducted cohort training programs, almost successfully completed around nine, and we got a tremendous response. And everyone, almost everyone, is knowing what does cloud mean, and basically there are any applications which they are trying to develop. They think that okay, this has to be hosted on cloud, not on premise anymore. So that is one achievement which we had made over a period of 6 years. I was with this company, and we have done a lot of coachings, trainings, presentations, and now we are here where we are presenting to all the enthusiasts whom I'm seeing right now. Uh, yeah, trying to make a career and mark them in this technology space. So this is about me, and I just want to know a summary about you all as well. You can put it in the chat, or one of you can let me know like from what backgrounds you're coming, and or I mean, anyone who is interested to share their details, what you want to learn, what is your current learning path, what do you know about cloud or any other technologies, not just cloud, and you can ask questions. And after that, I'm going to tell you about what I'm going to teach you over the period of 6 weeks on cloud computing, and what are the benefits, what are the differences, how you can reach out to companies for interviews, or how can you create a small project so that you can showcase it to others. So you firstly need to be confident, right? So all of that I'm going to teach you over this 6 weeks. But before that, as I mentioned, if you can also come forward and just give me a brief intro about what are your expectations and what is your current state with respect to cloud computing or with respect to any technology you got break and you need some guidance. So based on that, I'm going to design this so that if everyone is proficient already into these terms, then I would start from an intermediate level. Or if you're very beginner in this journey, then I would start from the basics. So you can try and come forward and explain it to me, please. Anyone? You can ask your questions as well. I'm open for it.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Please do not call
Yeah,
me sir. You can call me Sampath.
yeah. Hi, Sampath. I'm
Yeah.
from Bangalore. My name is Ranjita.
Hi, Ranjita.
Yeah. Sir, Sampath, sorry. I'm new to cloud computing. I don't know even ABC.
Understood. Can
Uh,
So this is a question. I see that almost 35 participants are there. So on this first question, good that Ranjita, you brought up a very good point. Like, how many of you are hearing this term for the first time or know very little of it? So that this gives me an opportunity to design in such a way. So you can put it on the chat, and Avneet, you can also capture like a summary, like high level summary, like about 60% or 30% know or 10% know cloud computing, and we need more training on it. So that end of day, I'm going to make my session based on that.
So I'll do one thing, Sampath, in that regard. I'll just
Okay,
quickly create one poll probably,
that's good.
right? So
Yes.
we have a proper percentage and so what do you want me
So
to
the
name my
first
poll?
question is like, are you familiar with cloud computing?
Okay, just I'll quickly type it.
See, if you have heard about it, but you haven't ever experienced it, then I would say no. Just put it no so that I
So
can.
are you from the cloud computing is that question you
No,
that's the
are
question.
you familiar with cloud
Familiar, okay.
computing? Yeah.
I'm just putting two options as yes and no.
Yes.
So,
So
that will
yes
give
means
us a
I'll give
great
you an example.
sight.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes means you have used in the past, or you have your previous projects where hosting was done on cloud, and you know the terms. And no means you have heard about it, but you do not know what it is or how you can um, yeah, how to start or how to begin on this journey.
Okay, that's the next question you want.
No, that's the same. I'm just giving an hint or a
So,
pointer
any other
on how to
question?
choose.
This is only one question I have typed here. Are you familiar with cloud computing? Any other question you want me to add in this poll?
Yeah, professional experience, like
Okay.
it could be like less than 3 years, 3 to 6 years, and 6+.
when you say professional experience, is it on cloud or
No,
your
no, no.
general experience, Sampath?
General experience.
Okay.
So I would say again, it should be IT. If it is not IT, let's consider that as less than 3, because IT, it gives me an opportunity again to think how many of you are coming from non-IT background, because IT background, you are familiar, right? Most of the things.
Okay, any other questions, Sampath, you want?
Are you currently working or is it a break?
Okay, so here, this question, let me just answer for you. Most of the women are returnee women.
Okay.
I would say that
Yes.
95% of the women are returnee women.
Okay.
So,
Because last time when I gave the session, right,
mhm.
I reached out to few of them, uh, and I got to know that they're already placed. So that was the reason I'm asking. There were certain openings, and I posted.
So,
Yeah.
I'll tell you a little more brief about this. Actually, these all candidates have been through the phase one, which was a common phase of data science, I would say, moreover,
Okay.
inclined towards data science. So all of them have done, and the partner for that was Infosys.
Okay.
Okay. And when we talk about phase two, that's where they have been segregated in we had 5 tracks selection, which was AI/ML, data science, then cloud computing, cybersecurity, IP and RPA.
Okay.
Okay, so these particular candidates belong to the choice of cloud computing.
Got it.
Okay.
You chose the right one.
Yeah, great. Okay, so I have typed these 2 questions. You want me to
No, that's
put this
fine.
poll?
I think that's
Okay.
fine. Yeah.
Okay.
So
And let me just publish this poll. Ladies, request you all to please, participate and let us know and help Sampath to
yeah.
design the, you know, uh, contents. I hope it is visible.
Yes.
Okay, ladies, go ahead, please.
Okay. Let's take a couple of minutes to answer these.
In the meanwhile, Sampath, there are some answers in the chat box as well. If you can just, you can have a look there as well.
Okay.
Ladies, it's just a
We,
click of the button. Please participate in the poll. You are 60 of you, and still there are 11 more people to participate. It's just a click of a button. This is very basic questions, and it is for your own benefit.
yeah, but what I can cater out of the chat is mostly almost 90% they are mentioning they are very new to cloud computing.
Right.
Yeah. So that gives me an opportunity to analyze and come back on how the course should be created, curated. Okay. So this is good. Thanks. Thanks a lot for taking your time and answering these questions. Yeah, definitely. I think someone mentioned if we can give real-time examples. Yeah, I can bring during our sessions, I can bring the real-time examples, how the projects would be, and right at this point, I'm working on a project which is related to AI. See, mostly for all anything which is robotic process automation or ML or data science or AI, right now everyone has to use this cloud. The cloud is kind of like a Java. I would say previously when we graduated, we were supposed to know Java as default, right? So now going forward, we have to be knowing cloud computing similarly like that. It's going to be a subject even in engineering. Right now, I can see that cloud computing, AI and ML are coming as part of branches as well. Okay, so good that you are into this field. You have chosen this. So I can see that. Okay, the responses, 65% are not familiar with cloud computing. And I can see like 56 are 0 to 3 years experienced, and 6 to 9, 25, and 6, 18. Good. I've got a good understanding of the participants. Okay. So I can probably curate it based on this for the
So,
next.
before we begin, we delve more deeper into this, Sampath,
Mhm.
I would want to ask a question, or probably a query, you can say, that basis the results we have seen just now, and
Mhm.
also the messages we have read in the chat box.
Mhm.
So there are few candidates who are not from the IT field and are trying to get into the IT field.
Yes.
How smooth it can be for them in terms of cloud computing, if we talk about. Yeah, so how easy it will be for them to understand, and how it looks to you.
I would say even I learned from scratch. At some point, everyone learns from scratch. Okay, I know they're not coming from an IT background, but still, if we put a bit of effort, I would say like if X amount is placed by someone who is already into IT, then we need to do 2x amount of hard work. But definitely, hard work will pay off. So I wouldn't say it's a cakewalk, but you will get to know the cloud concepts. You would get to know with this program. You will also know like uh, what an IT industry, what does IT industry mean? Okay, so you'll get an understanding of it, but at the same time, you need to go over some news, like technology news. I would say like we need to subscribe to technology news and see what's happening. Uh, one need not be into cloud, or one need not be into IT industry to know what technology is. Okay, so you must be hearing about a lot of YouTubers or influencers talking about technology, or I would say a mobile phone. Let's say iPhone 16 has been released, and a lot of people who are not into IT, they start reviewing it and providing their feedback, right? So it's all based on their interests. They look for those terms, what exactly it is, how that is being done. So similarly, I would say this interest and hard work is what all needed. Okay. So anyone can do it. And all you need is right at this point, you are in an era of AI, right? So there you need not reach out to Sampath anymore or anyone. There is tons of information and coaching plan also. If you ask any question to ChatGPT, like hey, just guide me over how to learn cloud computing, or what an IT industry mean, um, or what kind of what is the software development life cycle. You just ask a question, and it is going to give you a step-by-step approach. You can even say that I'm coming from a non-IT background and it's very new to me. It We are at a stage where it is going to understand everything, natural language, everything, sequence it, and going to curate and provide you exact details of table of content of what needs to be done. So Avneet, in short, it is possible. I think like even today, prompt engineering, I think most of you have heard, right? They're being paid high, or more than software engineers, and that's true. And that is there, going to be there for a certain duration. Okay, but what I'm saying is the product is created by software developers, but the prompt engineering doesn't require any software knowledge. Okay. It is nothing but how well you can ask your questions to this machine, and how well it will provide you a response, and how you can again fine tune your question to get your right answer. And so nowadays, what we are finding is a good prompt engineer is someone who is like vocabulary, whose vocabulary is good, who knows to ask the right question. So proper techniques are there already for prompt engineers also. So non-IT, but they're still making things or getting code developed, or everything is already available. So I would say, like, don't worry about it. We have something called as GitHub Copilot. So GitHub Copilot is nothing but, so GitHub, right? GitHub is a repository where we can store all of our code. Okay. So programming code, any documents, all of that are stored on the GitHub. And this, there is a backend AI tool which trained on this question, entire R code, be it Java, C Sharp, .NET, or Perl, Python. So all of that content is there with that GitHub company, and GitHub actually used an AI model to train on this code, and finally they've come back with a product called as GitHub Copilot. So what it does, you just provide like a comment saying, like, how do I add two numbers, and it is itself is going to give you a code on how to write, how to addition two numbers. Be it, I mean, you can just say like Python, and it is going to give you Python. And let's say if you say import statement, and it analyzes what is the next statement going to be, and it is going to give you a hint, and you just need to press tab on it, and that line would be created. So there are a lot of tools which are coming and which will come in the future as well. You can see in the phone as well, Meta, in the WhatsApp, you can see Meta option where you can just ask anything and it will give you tons of replies, answers, and it will customize you according to you. So anything is possible. Okay, one out of the box question: can one use ChatGPT while working in a software companies? Nowadays, I find myself using ChatGPT for it. To be honest, I said, right, I'm currently working on a project, AI project, which is called as BroadGPT, Broadridge GPT. Okay, so basically, what it does is it is a wrapper on top of actual ChatGPT. So whatever, we are not creating any models, or when I say models, models are nothing but AI models which are trained on large sets of data. And ChatGPT is the pioneer in it. It's a company. I mean, OpenAI is the company and ChatGPT is their product. And we are utilizing their product. Okay. But on top of it, we have our own controls, because we in the sense, Broadridge is a financial institution. So we need to have certain controls, like what kind of data we are asking to ChatGPT, and are we sending any confidential information to ChatGPT? So we need to restrict all of that, right? So for that reason, we have created a product on top of this ChatGPT thing. Okay, so all of our responses, requests are tracked and stored in a database. Okay, and we immediately say, let's say if I am sending out an confidential data, my system is going to detect that Sampath is sending some confidential data, and it is going to stop that data being sent to OpenAI, which is again a third party. It's not belonging to us. So to your question, yes. In short, yes. Companies are encouraging, in fact, encouraging, and we are even getting escalation emails like, why are we not using them? And there are certain companies which are reluctant to use them, but they will again come back saying, like, use this in probably less than a year, because entire code, I would say efficiency has increased a lot. I can see it myself. I can see it. There are teams, BPO teams, where there's a lot of manual tasks, manual work which is going on, and now that is being automated using this ChatGPT or whatnot. So it is being utilized, but we need to use it in a safe manner. The guardrails have to be created properly. So we are responsible. It's kind of a it's like both the company, both the individual and the third party who is providing a service, all of them are mutually uh, mutually I mean, they are responsible for making sure like we do not break system, we do not share something confidential. Okay, so we are responsible for how to utilize this product. Okay, so yeah, in our company we are using it, and with good set of guardrails, as I said. And yeah, let's move on to what's cloud computing as well. Okay, I'll just give you a brief because we have spoken about ChatGPT, AI, right? All of these are, again, the backend systems are cloud only. I'll give you an example. Um, Israel, you have seen it's known for startups. Okay, it's known for startups. There are like highly potential individuals who come up with an idea and they start saying like I'll start a startup. Even in India, you can see that there are a lot of startups coming. Previously, it was not the case. Previously, do you think like we do not have ideas? We have ideas, but in order to put them into practice, we were lacking because it requires a lot of cost. The expenses were like too high. Why? You need to procure infrastructure for it. You must have seen data centers, right? Where there is a lot of racks and with servers. Okay. And in order to procure them, in order to purchase them, it's going to be a cost-effective uh, solution. And let's say I have a skilled professional who has very good ideas, but unless they kind of find the sponsorship, they cannot do anything. They have to just work as an employee. Okay. So right with the cloud computing, I wouldn't say when it was started and all, it started in the early 2000s, but it got very good amount of traction in 2010 onwards, from 2010 onwards, because from 2010 I was working for AWS, and that is when I have where I have seen like only two services were there, S3 and EC2. EC2 is nothing but Elastic Compute Cloud, which is nothing but a virtualized instance or a virtualized server, we can call it. And S3 is a data store. It's like, in simple terms, hard drives. So S3 is a hard drive, EC2 is a machine. Let's consider that. And only these two services were there. And starting in 2010 itself, it ruled, and people were very reluctant, but still people chose to go cloud because it's easy. When I say it's easy, it's like you want to provision a server. In good olden days, not even old, I would say like pre 2000s, you have to make a shipment, you have to procure it from overseas, you have to get it over containers via sea or via air, and you need to install it, you need to maintain it. In order to maintain it, you have to have AC. There's a lot of information. I mean, where you need a secured area as well. Have you ever seen a data center? Let me see if I can show you right now. Um, I hope I do not have access to it, but I can just show it. Oh, yeah, I'm not really sure if you can see, but this is an example. Mm, Can you see it? Yes, no? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Sampath, if you put down the presentation, it will be a bigger picture for them to see, if
Okay.
it's possible.
I'll stop sharing for now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Let's get back. So these are like, again, we still use them because we have purchased them. Uh, 1 second, give me a minute. Yeah. So I was showing you this. This is nothing but on-premise data center, and it's very small. Okay. But there's every floor we have very huge data centers where a lot of servers are there, and all of them are connected. There's a lot of power going on to cool them. So there's huge maintenance. If you see, there's huge maintenance doing that, and we have been doing this for almost few decades, and now no one is doing it. If a startup has to come, they will have just this room, and they will just procure these servers online. So it is like when you purchase servers online via the internet, that is called cloud computing. I'm putting it in very layman terms. I don't want to go over like what internet is going to provide you, or what uh, trainer is going to provide you. I wanted to explain it simple terms so that you can understand. So it's like you are going to go for instead of physically going to a shop and purchasing your laptop and assembling it and making it work, you are now going over the internet and you're purchasing a system with the type of RAM, CPU which you require for your current project. So the advantage, what is the advantage? You are billed per second. Few instances you are billed per minute, and few instances they are billed per hour, but almost most of the servers are billed per second. So if I'm using for 60 minutes, I am paying only for 60 minutes. I mean, we have to stop the server once if it's not in use, but as long as you are using it, you're paying for it. If there is any idle time, then you are not paying for it. Whereas if you compare it with on-premise servers, once you purchased, even though you use it or not, it's billed, right? You are also paying upfront costs. Upfront cost means you're paying for the entire, entire server. Let's say you have 256 GB RAM server. You need it for a project for only 1 month. Okay. And for 1 month after that, if you're not having any project, but you still have to purchase it previously. But now it's not the case. You just on click of a button, you can purchase that server, you can utilize it and dump it when not required, when the project is done. Or even you can stop the instance during the night and start the instance during the day, shut down them during weekends. So you're saving a lot of costs. So it's a very cost-effective solution where people are renting these over internet, and that is how if that is how this cloud computing has been termed. And what are the benefits? It's scalable horizontally and vertically. When I say vertically, it's like previously we used to add memory RAMs, right? So 2 GB RAM was there. Again, it was slow, it was not up to the mark. Then you have to add one more additional RAM. So within the same system, you are adding RAMs, which is vertical scaling. Within the same system, you are adding storage like 500 GB hard disk is there. You added additional 500 GB, additional 500 GB. So within the same system you are trying to add, this is called vertical scaling. But if you are adding additional computes, let's say one more system to the left, one more system to the right. I mean, I'm just saying, like you can have multiple set of systems connected horizontally for the same application then it's horizontal scaling. So what is the advantage of it? You're scalable. Scalable in the sense not only scaling big, but also scaling down when there is no need for those many of servers. When there is, so I'll give you an example. We are very much familiar with great billion sale. I don't know, Amazon has this sale, right? During the month of October or so. So during the month of October, so when Amazon is going for the sale, they are expecting there's a lot of requests coming into their portal. So if they have their own server which is capable of handling 1 million requests per second, 1 million requests per second. I'm just saying per second, because if you see Swiggy or Zomato, uh, once you order, it will say like 13 lakh orders on this day. So on this day, 13 lakh orders, 1 lakh, let's say, per hour. And from there, you can say like 10,000 at least requests per minute, something like that, right? Similarly, I'm saying Amazon is much bigger sale. So I'm saying if 1 million requests per second, if they're currently doing it, during this big billion sales or so, they are expecting 10 times more. Okay, so the current infrastructure is not going to be suitable for handling those many requests. What happens if huge amount of requests come? The website would crash. I think most of us have faced this for any concerts, or when we are trying to get some tickets on the same day, the website would be crashed because the backend is not able to handle such huge loads of requests, right? So cloud computing is coming as a savior, I would say, where they are going to launch. It's again, it's all configurable. They will say like there are two types. One is auto scale based on the requests, adding multiple instances automatically. There's no manual intervention needed. Automatically, it is going to add, and automatically it is going to descale or shut down when it's not required. Or you can say like, no, I know that Amazon has big billion days coming. So in October, I need good amount of servers procured for me of this particular instance type, and I can make a request in advance saying like, Amazon Web Services, I need this particular instance 256 GB RAM or whatever it is to be available for me during these 5 days, and they're going to keep it for you. So this is one example. And what I mean, how is Amazon doing it? What is cloud? Where are the servers then? These servers are located previously. I'm just joking, but I was thinking whether this servers are present in the cloud. It didn't make any sense to me when someone was saying cloud computing or cloud during like almost 10 to 15 years back. And now I understood what I have physically seen them. So basically, cloud is nothing but when you have these set of data centers like kilometers wide, kilometers, I'm saying it right, kilometer wide data centers set up in locations. If you can see AWS, who is the major cloud service provider, so they have these locations in multiple geographies. US, even in India, we have it in Hyderabad and we have it in Mumbai. So they go to a particular location and they spin up all these servers, different type of servers, and all of these servers are connected via the internet. Okay, and it's not only my request needs to go over internet. It can go over a private channel as well. I'll come to that in our future sessions. So having a private channel is costly, but it's safe and secure. Even over a public channel via the internet, also it's safe because of the lot of encryptions, lot of security protocols which you follow. Even that is safe. So to understand it better, the Amazon Web Services, Azure, Microsoft Microsoft has this Azure cloud, and Oracle has its own Oracle cloud, and Google has its Google Cloud, GCP, and Salesforce has its own cloud. But among this, 80% leading is the Amazon Web Services, and next comes with Azure. So these are the ones who are renting the services, and we are the ones who are consuming them. We can do on demand, which means like I click on a button, I get the server, or you can do spot, like spot. I mean, there are different types of provisioning these servers. Like you can do it on a reserved instances, which means like I am saying I need the server for almost a year. So you give me a discounted price. So this is a reserved computing. So reserved type of managing servers. On demand is like on demand, you are going to click on it and purchase the server. But reserved is I'm upfront saying like I'm going to use it for 1 year or 3 years and give me a very discounted price. And they are cloud service providers, which is AWS or Azure. They're providing these plans. So it's like a mobile plan itself or an internet plan. If you take for 6 months, 1 month free, something like that. Okay. So we have maintenance free. That is the key thing. So if you look at the location which I've shown you, every day one of the data engineer or the network engineer would come into this room next to my door, and they're going to do a lot of checks, manual checks, to see the performance, to see if anything is having any issue, heating issues, or if the temperature is dropping. So a lot of checks are being done, the storage and all. This maintenance is not at all required when we are going with these cloud providers, because the maintenance overhead is taken care by them. So that is one of the major advantages why people are moving towards cloud is I don't want to take any such maintenance like patching. We have antivirus and all, right? We used to do patching of a system because every day, every minute, lot of vulnerabilities, lot of hackers or lot of vulnerabilities are coming. So in order to ensure that we stay away from those vulnerabilities, these cloud providers are taking care of those by patching their systems every now and then, and it's not required for an individual or for an organization like us to concentrate more on how am I going to secure my infrastructure. Okay, because all of that is taken care, all of that is offloaded to these providers. And if you had seen during the COVID, there's a lot of shift, and a lot of people were able to work remotely because of cloud computing. A lot of applications were still being developed because of cloud computing, because you need not be physically present. You need not purchase any system physically. All of that over internet, you're purchasing a system. And during the period of COVID, we have seen lot many companies have come, digital companies have come, lot many apps like health apps have come. All of that were provisioned, deployed directly using this cloud computing. And even everything like any new product which is being launched on AI or using AI, all of that, the backend is cloud. The data is stored on cloud. No company wants to keep it with them unless until they're giants like AWS. Because they are the ones who is managing them. So they have their own set of infrastructure resources. So, and the advantage of these are we have infrastructure as service, which is like you are writing a small script to, let's say, if I have to purchase or host an application on a server and it requires 100 GB of RAM, and it requires like a database, all of that, I just need to write in a small JSON file, and with a hit of a button, your instances are procured. So you need not go into that console. I'm going to give you a console demo in the future sessions, but instead of going and manually clicking one by one, you just write a metadata file, you just write a JSON file, and you're done. On one click, that backend compute is going to be created for you. That is infrastructure as a service. And you have platform as a service. So platform as a service, I will put in simple terms like a managed service provided to you, so that a lot of backend is taken care by them. Even in this case, like, see, they are packaging few resources and they're giving it as a product or a framework. Okay, so there is something called as ETLs, extract, transform, load. Okay, ETL is extract, transform, load. It's for like mainly for analysis. We use this where we have lots of data and we extract the key information. Structured and unstructured data is that we extract the key information, we transform that, and we again load it into a another target. So for this one, instead of we writing or we having such softwares again provision, they are coming up with something called as AWS Glue. Glue is one such platform as a service where it provides all of these capabilities. So cloud computing provides infrastructure as service where we can automatically create them. It provides this platform as a service where managed services combined and provided to us as a platform. And it also provides software as a service. So software, if you are selling your software, let's say Jira, I'm sure most of you have read Jira, GitHub, Confluence, all of these are software as a service only. So it's being provided to you as a service. So the software is created and you are subscribed to it and provided to you. So that's one of the uh, services provided or you provided by cloud computing. So lastly, I would say like when we move our legacy applications, which means I was saying, right? So I have servers next to my door, and if I have to create next gen applications, and they definitely think that these servers would not work because these are legacy, and I need to purchase new servers. So I have to migrate or create a new application on cloud. So AWS follows 7 Rs, which is like retain. Retain means is it when I'm making a decision to migrate any of the applications from on-premise to cloud, I have to think whether is it really necessary? What is the advantage I'm getting? What do I get anything out of it? Okay, so I need to do cost analysis. Post that, I'm going to think whether I need to retain this on the existing platform, leave it because I do not have market to it, because I do not see a lot of growth in it. So it's better to retain it. Other option is if I retain it, again, the maintenance costs are increasing and all. So is it worth keeping it like that or retiring it entirely? So retain and retire and rehosting. So rehosting is key, where if you want the same application, you want it is performing well, but you're seeing there is a potential that it can perform even better with good number of good infrastructure, then we are going to think of rehost or replatform. So on cloud. So that is the major part which I work on, where I see that there is a potential on on-premise applications and I want to move them to our cloud. So we do cost analysis, we do business analysis. We not just look into the past or present, we are also looking into the future, like how the application is going to turn out, how it is going to generate revenue to us. Okay, so that is replatform and rehost, and the other one is repurchase. If our application is not doing well, if there is a competitor who is selling it at a better price, and if we see that instead of we working on something which is going to cost us an 2x amount, and if a competitor has a same set of product with additional capabilities at 1x, cost, then it's a no-brainer, right? We can choose the one and we can purchase them. So it's kind of called as repurchase. So these are the different types of migration strategies which we follow during our work. So I think I've gone a lot of uh, overview on it, but we will, as and when we go over internal concepts, I'm going to provide you real time examples so that you can probably get to know, okay, this is my project, or this is how it would be in a real time scenario. So I won't go by the book. Going by the book will not help you, but going by experiences would definitely help you, I would say. So we'll definitely try to get as much as many experiences which I have experienced in this journey, and I'm ready to share with you all. I hope you are also interested alongside me. So Amnit, I would make a stop here for today.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sampath. And ladies, do you have any questions for Sampath? Though it was just a, brief introduction of what and how we are going to, be going ahead with, and what is cloud computing. And yeah, so anybody has any questions?
Yeah,
I
So
hi,
think
Amniti is
Sampath.
going to share the agenda like on this for the 6 weeks, what we are going to do, how it's going to be practical versus theory, all of that. We are going to share it in advance.
yes, everything will be shared in advance with you, and also, the whole schedule will be shared. So do not worry on that part. There is one question from Sumaya.
Yeah. So I see that during 6 weeks, see, to be honest, even today I'm learning. Okay. Every day is a learning day. So AWS releases a lot of services and you have to get hold of it. So 6 weeks is just an overview of what exactly cloud computing hands-on, showing you how I do it on my day-to-day basis, doing small programs, and that is just to give you a touch of what cloud computing and what AWS is. And post that, it you have to experience the same thing. You can also have your own AWS account. It's not going to charge you more. There's a lot of free tier on it. We can talk on this later as well, and we can get started. See, it gives this 6 weeks program is a starter for you. So you are the one who is going to experience and later implement it, right? So you need not be on a live project. Once you hear the experiences from me, you can start. If you have an idea, you can start on your own. Maintain Git repositories, whatever projects you have done, you just maintain them in Git, and it would be handy for you to showcase it to your further avenues. So there is a lot of question on AWS. See, you can check on the internet. There are only few providers. I mean, core providers: AWS, Azure, GCP, and Oracle. And out of which the top two are AWS and Azure. And AWS is far ahead. And if I know AWS, you know all other clouds. The naming would change a bit, but the infra entirely is same for all of them. Okay, there's nothing. So let's say we call it as one service, we call it as Lambda, and they call it as Azure Functions. But the backend, everything is same. The concept is same. Okay, so if you know one, you're a master of others as well. Okay. I hope this introductory session was useful and you got a bit of knowledge what the program is going to be or how it's going to be. I'm also looking forward.
Great. So let's, call it a wrap here, Sampath.
Yeah.
And ladies, please wait to hear from us. Ranjita, you had raised your hand. You want to ask something else?
Yes, Avneet.
Yeah, please tell me.
Sampath, what are the prerequisites we need before we start to learn cloud computing?
So prerequisites, I mean, I'll speak to Amneet on this one. I mean, we are trying to work towards labs. So I'll speak to Avneet on that, but I wouldn't see any prerequisites here, because I'm going to teach you from the basics. So only thing I see as a prerequisite is AWS account. Um, if you all want to try, you can create an AWS account, but ensure that you are not going to spin up any services which are not a free tire. So if you are starting anything, just use free tire, and you also put some budget caps. You in AWS, you can also put budget caps. You can just say like not to exceed more than 500 rupees or 1000 rupees. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So take this
And
as your homework, ladies. Create your AWS account beforehand, and you can, before buying, I would say they can you just explore it and go through what all they can do on it. Probably before, before we share the agenda with you all, I don't. Do you suggest, Sampath,
No,
anything to buy?
as I said, one can go over the console, look for it, but do not start anything because
Yeah,
sometimes
that
it
will be
gets
better
costly,
if you
right?
just create the account and explore as much as you want, and then decide on buying when, as and when the agenda is shared with you.
Yeah. Thanks,
Okay,
everyone.
so that's all about it today,
Yeah.
ladies. Wait for us to share further details with you, and we shall be getting in touch with you all very soon, as you now know who is your coach, and he has already given you a brief idea how we are going to proceed ahead.
Yeah.
So
So
stay
I'll
tuned.
make him leave and you can continue, Amrit.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
Sampath. Thank you so very
Thank
much,
you.
and
Thanks.
we'll
Thanks,
keep
everyone.
seeing you soon now.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
You too.
Bye bye. Okay, ladies, coming back to the important point, today the calendar has been blocked for all of you. Since all of you know that we have moved to Herky portal now, we would be sharing the sessions links only with you. Okay, so whatever requests were there, they have already been approved. If in case anybody is facing the issue and if it is showing that it requested, so please ping us personally, and you all have my number. You have Alekia's number. You can ping us, reach out to us, and we will be approving your requests. Please hit on interested button on the link shared, and your calendars will automatically get blocked. Okay. So you don't have to worry on that you have not got the link or you have not got the mail. As soon as you hit on this link which is being shared with you in the WhatsApp group, you will be able to access the link for the session. Okay. Any questions anybody has? Or if
Hi,
any one
Ami.
of you need any a walkthrough of Herky portal, I can do that also for you.
Ami,
Yes, please.
can you
Yes,
please
Kritika.
tell me what will be the timing of this session?
See,
Training
we'll reach
session?
out to you very soon. We are still working on the agenda and how what all will be. Most probably, this is what is going to be the time of the session, but it will be most probably for 1.5 hours. So we'll try to keep it by 11 to 12:30 or 11:30 to 1. I shall be reaching out to you for this soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
so reiterating it again, we do not have any evening sessions for cloud computing. This will be in the morning, first half only. Yeah, so there will be no other sessions. It will be this session only which is going to be conducted moving forward.
Okay.
Springboard link for cloud computing, Sonam, we will share the details. Hold on for some time. We will be sharing, and Infosys Springboard link will not be there because this will be getting done from the Broadridge now. Springboard is Infosys, learning portal. But you can go and check out Springboard. You all have Springboard accounts, so you can go and check out if any material which is available on Springboard that you can search out there and can learn from there. Ritu, there is no such commitment, so I'll keep it as I told earlier. This is for the, coaching is what we are doing right now. We are not promising any jobs here or internships for that matter. If in case something comes out from partner's side, yes, of course, you will be kept informed about it. Any other questions, ladies? Okay, if not, then thank you so much for your time and keep wait. I will not say that keep waiting for my message. Please wait for my message and I shall be reaching out to you very soon with all the details. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day ahead.